got some really good news for you. I recently came across a couple of randomized controlled trials in humans showing that consumption of butter is associated with less inflammation.
It is not.
Check this out. The first study is in ape.
So this is not on butter. This is a study on some special enriched butter that was made for the study.
Week trial in which participants ate about 1.5 tablespoons of butter per day. At the end of the trial, researchers saw multiple inflammatory markers decrease. Another 12.
I'm assuming this is compared to some like bullshit control as well. I'm not even gonna bother looking at this.
Decrease. Trial compared 39 grams.
So the special butter raised cholesterol even more. And raised CRP even more.
It was about 2.5 tablespoons of
Their fucking CRP increased. Like what? This is hilarious. They had higher fucking inflammatory markers.
Conventional Danish butter versus pastured butter, and found that both of these butters lowered HSCRP, a common inflammatory.
They had higher CRP. Like, this is hilarious.
Marker in humans. Butter gets a bad rap because it has saturated fat, but there are multiple meta-analyses and studies showing that the consumption of dairy and markers of dairy consumption are consistently associated with lower rate.
Yeah, that's because of, so all these studies, they're not adjusting for socioeconomic factors. So especially out of Europe, dairy is a luxury good. It's more expensive. So if you don't adjust for socioeconomic factors, you see an association between dairy consumption and lower risk of mortality, but it's just because they're wealthier.
Rates of cardiovascular disease and randomized controlled trials.
So by the way, meta-analysis of observational studies. This is the same guy who says observational, prospective cohorts are garbage. They're completely unreliable. You can't use them. They're not science. And then here he is, supporting this kind of research. Like, he's just a fraud.
Like this in humans consistently show decreased inflammation with butter. So don't fear butter.
That is not true. It raises inflammatory markers. We know saturated fat does that, and we know the exact mechanisms behind it. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Butter is a health food for...
It is not a health food.
For your gut. Check this out. I think butter is a health food in general. It's a healthy animal fat full of so many nutrients that are beneficial for humans. And there were...
Like, it's so bizarre. It's such a highly processed food, too. It's not even a food. It's considered a highly processed food additive. And then this idiot is, like, talking about eating a natural diet. What animals in nature eat butter? No one. No animal in nature eats butter. There is no human, there are no hunter-gatherers anywhere that have ever eaten butter. Like, at most, they only consume whole milk. So when you look at, like, the Maasai tribe in Africa, they're really well known for consuming dairy. They don't eat butter. They eat fucking whole milk. That's the closest they get. So, and then now there's this idiot fucking telling everybody to eat a natural human diet when no human hunter-gatherer tribes anywhere ever in the history of fucking planet Earth have ever eaten butter, and butter is classified as a highly processed food additive.
There was a recent study where patients with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, were given 300 milligrams of butyrate. Sounds like butter, right? Butyric acid is found in butter.
Oh, this is so stupid. Like, people actually fall for this stupid shit? There was a study where, People were given this medication, and it cured their sinus infection. And this medication is actually a precursor to crystal meth. So obviously, crystal meth is good for you. Smoke crystal meth if you have a sinus infection. Like, that's literally the logic he's going with.
Patients were given 300 milligrams of butyrate a day, and over 12 weeks, their IBS symptoms
Yeah, so they weren't fed butter, dumbass.
went down significantly. How much butter would you have to eat to get 300 milligrams of butyrate? 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of...
I don't even know if that's accurate. Yeah, I'd have to look that up. I don't even know if that's even remotely accurate. You get butyrate from consuming high fiber foods. I don't know. He may be making a mistake here and mixing up two very similar sounding words. He kind of does that a lot.
Of butter a day could significantly improve your gut health, whether you have...
Cool. So he cherry picked a study that had nothing to do with butter and then made some spurious logical leap that, oh, therefore butter's good for you.
Oil is on top of your natural peanut butter. That's a seed oil. That's peanut oil from these ground up peanuts sitting on top here, touching the plastic, becoming oxidized and rancid over the time that this peanut butter sits on the shelf. This peanut butter's probably already been sitting on the shelf for 4 months. And
these oils do not easily become rancid. You have to worry about that with like flax oil, but yeah, these sorts of oils don't easily become rancid. They're also locked in a, like it's in an airtight container. So like what air is in the container for it to even oxidize?
it could sit on the shelf for another 8 months. To make matters worse, you have aflatoxin in the peanuts, which nobody really talks about. It's a mold toxin, probable carcinogen for humans, especially damaging for your liver. When the moldy...
Yes, all the people I know who've gotten alcoholic liver disease from eating peanut butter.
Peanuts get ground up into peanut butter, you don't see the mold toxins. So I know this is going to break your heart, but get rid of the peanut butter, you'll be happy.
What a fucking idiot. Thanks for that.